Did you check to confirm that? Did you see it on YouTube now?
Yeah, I'm gonna re-pull it up.
Did you move it?
I'm texting my buddy to double check on his end too.
Grabbing the betters what's up. They go live, I believe, on the actual YouTube studio. Their streaming software was going, but not all the way through. Okay. So we confirmed from somebody who's on YouTube. It says end stream, so that means it's live right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm just letting you. We can ask off the field.
Okay, it looks like here.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask about audio too.
I'll let you know.
I'm gonna ask about audio.
I have a picture of the roster.
And we are coming out of the timeout. Hey, folks, thanks so much for joining us. Tanner White, so glad to be here with you on Major League Indoor Soccer's opening weekend. If you are just tuning in now, we thank you so much, and we thank you more than anything for your patience here. Red Cedar FC out of Lansing, taking on our rebranded Summit City Sentinels. We are so happy to present for the first time these Sentinels here in their home arena at Classic City Center in Waterloo, Indiana. And it is currently a 1-0 game. That first score came just 15 seconds or so into this game from the Red Cedar side. We're still waiting on the live scoring to come in and get the result on that goal score, but we'll let you know when we have it. We have that goal credited to Cody Granville from Gabriel Mireles. And it was officially scored just 13 seconds in, pardon us, at 14:47 of that first quarter. Granville from Mireles. And we've got just 3 shots up to 2 on that Lansing side. Fort Wayne with the 2. Haven't spent a whole lot of time attacking, but they have spent some time with their keeper, Jonathan Mendoza, out of position, as it were, playing so high as to get involved in the attack himself. Mendoza is going to be the keeper that you see in the pink kit with the white shorts. And on the other side, the Red Cedar FC keeper is Christopher Mora. Back for the keeper, Mora, goggled, and with absolutely not a care in the world. The pink gloves is a fantastic look. Mendoza sports the pink kit. Swag everywhere. Blasted a little bit wide. A touch for Summit City's 10, Ty Barnes. Barnes, a standout and a staple in the lineup last year for Summit City. Shot, save Mendoza low. Fort Wayne looking to clear with 20. Luis Pontes. Pontes, a new addition to the starting lineup for the team this season. Another shot goes a little bit wide of cage. But it is a promising possession where this Fort Wayne side can think, well, we've got a chance to get multiple shots up in the possession. That was at times a struggle all its own last year. This is shot and score down low. Club gang, as you're going to see the club all the way up the arm of 12, Aiden Bagley. Bagley scoring here at 3 minutes and 53 seconds of the first quarter. At 3 minutes and 53 seconds of that first quarter, 2-0. This Lansing side has jumped out to the lead. On the Summit City side, we're told that they have just one available keeper after a game day roster issue. So we plan to see Jonathan Mendoza all the way, barring some sort of emergency/injury situation. And Mendoza with the 4 shots against, 2 goals allowed so far. A long clearance goes way down into the Fort Wayne end. Plunked in front of the goal. The on-ball defender there for the Sentinels was 13, Alan Galindo. Quick counterattacks coming. That's been the narrative for Lansing so far, and they've connected on a few of them. And it was the very first possession of the game. That was kind of one of the only times that they had a good run that wasn't a counterattack. That was their very first attack of the game, as it were. Transition. That's going to be the call as you hear from the bench. Whistle, foul. We'll check on who in a moment. Approaching the quarter. You got 2 minutes and 25 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Restart coming. And these Summit City Sentinels, after their rebrand, you get to start off at home, right? You get the home opener and you're thinking, it's not, can't let the home fans down here. We got to figure out a way to string stops with our own scores. Haven't done it yet to crack the scoreboard here. For the 2025-26 season, a stuff from Mendoza. Bien hecho. Battle along the boards. 20, Luis Pontes. Pontes loads it. You have a couple of jersey number issues because we've got a 30 out on the pitch there, and it's not listed. We presume that is Jimmy Destin in the midfield. Shot too high. It's one of those, if you were over in the concession stands, you might have been able to catch it. Timeout was called from the bench area. Timeout is awarded. And as the timeout comes here, we are looking at just 1 minute and 32 seconds more to play for this first quarter. Red Cedar FC out of Lansing has jumped up ahead, out in front of the home team. We'll take a moment here at this quarter break for another media timeout, but we'll stick right here with you through these final 92 seconds of this first quarter. And again, we thank you so much for your patience here for MILS's opening weekend. You know, there's always going to be some wrinkles to iron out. You know, there's always going to be some kinks to be smoothed. And yet, together, we'll get through this. Thanks so much, folks, for your patience. Tanner White with Major League Indoor Soccer. So happy to be with you here for opening weekend. It's the Summit City Sentinels and Red Cedar FC. Whistle says we are ready for play. These two clubs last year, second and last, that is second to last and last in scoring in the league. And yet, maybe on that Red Cedar side, you might not have known it by how they started with a score in just 13 seconds. Again, that very first score was Cody Granville from Gabriel Mireles, and the second was Aiden Bagley, club and all, from Moise Augustine. That goal was scored at the 3:53 mark here of the quarter. Ooh, there was some room on net as Mendoza aggressively slides. He's able to pick this up, bowl it out. You got a minute and 15 seconds for Summit City, the Sentinels, to crack the scoring in this opening quarter of their 2025-26 season here at home from Classic City Center. Juggle in the correct direction for the road team here. They may have another run. They will be turned around, denied at first. Who's got clearance? They've got a shot blistered first, right off the Garrett State Bank logo. Ooh, a push, and there's going to be a number that won't like that. That's 10, Ty Barnes. A number on the Lansing side, that is. Those wearing the red and white stripes. These Summit City kits, mostly black with the gradient of purple. A fantastic look. Counterattack, rapid. Miles Mitchum wanted it on an early cross, couldn't quite get it. Just 5 seconds for the quarter. See if anybody's going to be able to put it up from distance, and they weren't able to do it. A good first quarter for the road team here, Red Cedar FC out of Lansing. They score the first 2 for the quarter. It's Cody Granville at 14:47, just 13 seconds into this one, and then Aiden Bagley from Moise Augustin at the 3 minutes and 53 seconds mark of that quarter. 6 shots to 2 on goal, put up by that Lansing squad, and for the Summit City Sentinels, well, we'll see if they kick it into gear here for quarter number 2. Briefest of breaks, and we'll be right back with you.
In between, I put second period or like coming up next? I don't know what the protocol is.
Oh, do you want it to say second period?
And that's fine. Just let me go. Fuck, I'm sorry. I thought it was going up there, and I
I knew that there was extra stuff on the studio side somewhere, and I didn't get to look at it. It's my fault too.
We're up. I got another thing. Sounds good. Off.
I don't know, dude. Trying to figure out what you got me into here.
Live for quarter number 2. If you're just joining us, this is as good a time as ever. Thanks so much, and welcome to the opening weekend of Major League Indoor Soccer. We are live from Classic City Center here in Waterloo, Indiana. The Summit City Sentinels, after their rebrand, are beginning campaign number 2 here in the MLIS. Red Cedar FC out of Lansing doing the same. A winless club last year, but you wouldn't have known it by the way that they started in that first quarter. They put up 6 shots on goal to 2. Sentinels got a couple of looks, and a lot of those started at their keeper, Jonathan Mendoza, on attack. Mendoza very familiar with doing that, and probably that's sort of the reason why the team was inspired to start doing that, as they sort of poached him, as it were, from that POW Chicago roster. POW Chicago departing the MLIS for this season, and Mendoza has all of the experience to do it, has the great feet to do it. Pass has been on time, on target. Not a lot to complain about. Our officials are discussing foul numbers right now. We've just heard that we've got 4 fouls assessed so far against Fort Wayne. And so we're talking about the 6 fouls in the half rule that would come into play. For those of you unaware, that would then create a shootout. That PK shootout between an attacking player and a keeper gives you plenty of free run And you look like the hero when you make a save. Back all the way down. Our goalkeeping matchup, once again, in this one, is going to be Christopher Mura on that Red Cedar FC side. And for Summit City, it's Jonathan Mendoza. Pick him up is the call from the bench here. That's the lovely thing about where we get to sit, is that we're hearing absolutely everything, sometimes even things that won't come across on the broadcast. We're just so close as to be able to pick those up and get tons of insights from how teams, coaches, trainers, everybody sees the game. And, of course, our front row seat. It's fantastic to watch the action. Sometimes you sort of get all the five senses even. That nearly could have been a breakaway, but it was effectively shut off single-handedly. Now it's put back in, scored. And Red Cedar FC 3-0. They take a minute and 27 seconds into quarter number 2. This team is inspired. This team is going to change the narrative. That score we're being told right now is credited to 13 Jacob Kuneth. Kuneth scores now 13-33. Officially a minute and, again, 27 seconds into the period. These Summit City Sentinels on their heels. A good time for recovery. It would be. Punch, counter-punch, attack, counter-attack. They haven't had enough of those go their way yet. Whistle, push, foul on who? Bagley was the one that threw his arms up. You say arm, but it's really, or you say arms really, but it's one arm and one club.
Is that stopped? 13-9.
So it must not have been Bagley who that whistle was against, as it was assessed on the Fort Wayne side. Time in, play on. Ooh, there's a big collision here. Bagley comes out of the pile with it. Bagley might look to turn and burn wide. Mendoza loves to lay out, loves to make this sort of sliding saves. Will make the contact with the heel sometimes.
3 to 5. 3 to 5.
Now I think we're just now being told that that's officially 5 fouls assessed on the Fort Wayne side. So another one is going to bring about that shootout. We'd love to get a look at the shootout and tell you more about it, as much because they're fun and aesthetic as anything. Again, that next Fort Wayne foul would trigger it. Jimmy Destin, we are now able to see, has the 30. Owner here, Mohammed Azar, told us We've got all of our jerseys down. Some of those numbers were question marks toward the last, handful of weeks of the season, and now finally everybody's gotten set, and they're learning right alongside us just what kind of team that they've got. But are they resilient? Well, find out in this quarter, certainly find out in the second half. So far, outshot, yet to crack the scoreboard. That shooting margin is 9-2 now in favor of Lansing. And of course, their lead stands still at 3-0. Where does that first crack on the scoreboard come on the Summit City side? We haven't found it yet. They are signaling for a change here. Aiden Bagley laying out, again, with the club and all. A valiant effort there. It's something you've also seen on the women's side. Kaylee Castellanos of the Chicago Mustangs wore one of those most of the season, even into the inaugural women's final last year from the Wolstein Center in Cleveland. Shot a little bit high. Man, Mendoza will pull up from anywhere. And again, that's your goalkeeper. And it's put in for the first time here, the Summit City Sentinels. Their first score with the rebrand and a little bit of history made. Should be Svanberg. Nine minutes, 53 seconds, second quarter. The home team on the board. And now the restart comes. And okay, the momentum, the energy, it can all shift in such an instant. That very first score is such a mental roadblock sometimes more than it is physical. Pardon us. The score is now being awarded to Todd Mazicko. And because Mendoza was up there taking shots and the keeper's playing oh so high as to become another attacker, Mendoza himself gonna get an assist. The mayor of Fort Wayne, it's only right. He should score the first. Mazicko, 9:53, second quarter. First goal for the Summit City Sentinels here in Major League Indoor Soccer. Mura watching this, sized it up, had his hands back as if to feel the goal frame. Lot of high press being played right now. Fort Wayne side sees a blocked shot. Miles Mitchum lays this up. Mitchum, it looks like up ahead for Roshan Gurung. Mazicko subbed off here. A shot, and they score back-to-backs. This is Mitchum. And so that's how quickly it can flip. A minute and 21 seconds later, give or take. 2 scores for the home team. (3-2), and all of a sudden, early struggles completely forgotten about, as it were. Pardon us one more time as our view is occasionally obstructed by players who are leaning down the boards, and you totally understand why they do that. This is Roshan Gurung from Alex Murillo. Those are your first 2 scores for the Summit City Sentinels. Todd Mazicko from Jonathan Mendoza and Roshan Gurung from Alex Murillo. The back-to-back scores are such a shot in the arm. Can you get all the way back to even? Can you get greedy and start thinking that? Of course you can. It's just a single score away, under 8 minutes. Lane Snyder stuffed here. Not sure if it was going to be a cross or a shot. Snyder is on his backside. Ooh, there was a little bit of airspace there for the Sentinels 14, Sam Barnard. This is bounded on a couple of hops. Moore watches it slide by him. Ooh, there's a little rope-a-dope, and I think that will be enough to whistle the Sentinels And then by our count, is that the 6th foul? I thought so. All right, well, we're told that first we've got the media timeout coming. Okay, so that's going to happen at the 7:22 mark. We had heard our officials talking a number of times about that shootout incoming, but we don't have it quite yet. 7 minutes and 22 seconds here. It's 3-2. These Summit City Sentinels do trail, but they've scored the last two. Todd Mazicko and Roshan Gurung, your first two scores under that Summit City Sentinels moniker. And we'll take you through this quarter break. Pardon, not the quarter break, the media timeout. And we'll just be able to tell you a little bit more about both of these squads from last year. It was a 4-8 showing from Summit City, then at the time known as Summit City United. Went 3-3 here at home, played well in nearly all those matches, and those are all competitive essentially, but for one that got away with them with Cleveland that we'll tell you about a little bit later. A 1-5 road record. Team scores 62 goals for. That was about 5.2 a game. Again, second least in the MLIS. Second least to this Lansing club, who now looks sort of like a different club indeed. They are inspired in this match so far. 132 goals allowed last season. That was 11 per game, second most in the league. So that goal differential, as you start to do the math there, you say, okay, that doesn't sound so hot. But again, finished just 2 points or a single win behind POW Chicago for the 5th place spot in the entire league standings. And a postseason berth could have gone to them. That's how close they were, a single win there. On the Lansing side, again, a winless club. 0-6 at home, 0-6 on the road. Just 53 goals scored. That was 4.42 a game. Now, finally, we are having that shootout. Boy, we waited so long, and now we are rewarded with it. Beautiful. All right, Gabriel Mireles and Jonathan Mendoza. Depending on what's happening in that Orlando and Salt Lake City match, this may be, we can't say for certain, but it could be the first shootout of the 2025-26 season. Mireles, Mendoza, and nobody else. Who wins? Find out right now. Mireles, juke, score. The tiniest swivel of the hips, and that game was won. 4-2, Red Cedar FC. Gabriel Mireles, 7:19, second quarter. Mireles, that's going to be his second for the match. Pardon us, that's his first. He had the assist on the very opening score. I think that's what we got crossed up with. Cody Granville had that opening score just 13 seconds in. So, Sentinels find themselves doubled up here, 4-2. And yet, feels a whole lot better, as it were, than that 3-0 margin. The keeper, Mora, out to his left. Couple of great handles, shot a little bit wide. It was Lansing's 29, Sawyer Dalvin. Couple of whistles here. They're all discussing now, okay, who do we want to take a set piece here? Who do we want to take a free kick? Blocked. Sentinels up to the chest. Go, go, go. You know, sometimes it's the very simplest of directions that that come through oh so directly and really get your point across. Perhaps that's where the term directions comes from. You ever thought of that? Thanks, Coach. That's Coach Sam Peck leading out this Summit City Sentinels side. And as we mentioned, it's Mubarak Adam on the Red Cedar FC side. Whistle, and boy, I believe the Sentinels are hit with another foul here. It looks like on Destin. Destin does sub off. And a 3-3 swap for the home side. Chip down into the furthest left corner. A reminder on your keeper matchup, you'll see an all-blue kit on the Lansing side for Christopher Mora. And Jonathan Mendoza in the pink. Mendoza laid out, and thankfully he saw that go just wide on his side. That's blasted up into the net. Restart. It's a slick little spin around after the handle there. Roland Gibson wearing 3 in the midfield. On the Lansing side, this is headed way up and over everything. Mendoza probably expected, okay, this is going to be a header roughly on target, isn't it? Not so much. Six minutes, 24 seconds to play. Second quarter. Miles Mitchum surveys a couple of options. Mitchum, left corner. Gonna go back out. This is for 4. Murillo. Murillo's got an assist already. Murillo assisted the very second, pardon me, I was going to say the very first, but it was the very second Sentinels score. Murillo defended tight. He's going to have to pull this out again. And go for the keeper, Mendoza. Murillo's got that neon captain's armband. Ooh, there was plenty of airspace, but a shot wasn't able to be put up. Gurung was closed down on after he scored that last goal. Lansing's thinking, okay, we've seen this before. Chipped over the head of Mendoza. Santa Maria. Mendoza at times plays with fire because he will depart that goal frame oh so often and be involved in the attack. Yeah, but what happens when the counterattack comes? Don't want to see him especially outnumbered by attacking players. And the style that he plays with will sometimes lead to that. Take your risk, get your reward, and then weigh the balance of the two. On every possession that the Sentinels are attacking here, you almost just look to see, okay, is he going to come out of the goal frame and how far? And you expect it. Murillo dropping well back. Lansing making a substitution. And the Sentinels unable to catch them in that. Far right corner from us. Plenty of pressure. They're making the Lansing side think about it on just about every pass around now. They will go pass back for the keeper, Mora. Mora right off of Gurung. Gurung is shoved and foul here. Foul on Anthony Racinas. Uh-oh. Mendoza staring down disaster once more. Is there an easy tap-in? Oh my goodness, it's saved on the goal frame. And then the shot blistered and scored. One of the easier rebounds you may see. Hopped out to Bagley oh so nicely on a tee. Make it 5-2, Lansing. Sentinels side, they just saw that lead against them grow by 1. They haven't led yet and have only been tied at 0-0, as it were. 5-2, Red Cedar FC. I'm telling you, I could have nearly made the play on that one. In fact, I was tempted to. A couple of our scorers just did the exact same thing. They wanted to throw up the one hand and make a spectacular catch. Shove in the back, whistle, foul. On the Sentinels side, that's Alan Galindo. Everybody nearly ready for a regroup at half. But on the Lansing side, they've got to have in the back of their minds, well, do we need it? Can we just play right on through it and just take, you know, that short little quarter break and come right back out? Mendoza crosses over to his left, again venturing beyond the center line, as he's so wont to do, has already led to an assist. Mendoza, tons of handles. Out to Barnes. Barnes trapped. And a pickpocket, a good one too. Destin a touch. Blocked. Everybody's going to point the way of the other side, say no, that was off of them last. But it will be awarded to the Lansing side. Mendoza ducking down, trying to close off angles once more. His defense steps up this time. Under 30 seconds, you hear is the call from the bench. So you don't even have to look up the scoreboard sometimes. Again, with the position that we're at being oh so close, so viscerally close to the action here, we're able to hear crucial things like that. A save on a rifle right in the face of Mura. There's a little push in the corner from Destin. That looks like it'll be whistled once more. Destin's foul comes under 20 seconds. Restart. Mura goal kick. There might be an opportunity for one, maybe two Lansing shots should they be able to turn this quick. Up to the boards to Bagley. Bagley doinked it. Destin, final touch here for the first half. And a fantastic first half it was for the road side. From Lansing to Waterloo, Indiana here just outside of Fort Wayne at Classic City Center. This team has traveled spectacularly well. They shoot 14 times on goal in that first half, 6 in the first period, and 8 more in the second. And they hold the whole team, the home team that is, to just 2 goals, both within 1 minute and 21 seconds of each other. But we will focus on those for the Summit City Sentinels. After their rebrand, their first 2 scores under that new logo, under that new emblem and shield. It's Todd Mazicko, 9:53 second quarter from Jonathan Mendoza, the goalkeeper. And then at the 8:32 mark of that second quarter, Roshan Gurung from Alex Murillo. The last 2 goals of that half would also go to the Lansing side. Gabriel Morelis on the PK shootout. And then Aiden Bagley unassisted, 2:37 second quarter. That will take us to the half. And we will take a moment to breathe, catch our breaths, and say thank you once more for joining us. This is the opening weekend of Major League Indoor Soccer. Tanner White, so glad to be with you. And our score here at the half. Lansing's Red Cedar FC leading Fort Wayne's Summit City Sentinels 5-2. Thanks once more for joining us. And while you're at it, how about you hit that bell and turn on those notifications for all things Major League Indoor Soccer. We will be back with you out of the halftime break with the Lansing side leading 5-2 here from Classic City Center in Waterloo, Indiana.
I got that right.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Got halftime on the screen.
could you imagine? I guess you.
No. How's the line for you going?
Okay,
So
so
apparently the comments were so. I called my buddy. He goes, yeah, MLS again.
Well, has it ever been on before?
Yeah,
So who did it before?
variety of people.
Oh, okay. Should get a drink. I am thirsty.
Oh, the water.
Water right
You
there.
steal water?
Yeah, I might steal one. I am thirsty.
it was quick and going. Yeah. So the foul. How do I know which side to click on that foul? I mean, okay. So yeah, I swapped that. It's the game goes on. We get to 0-17
Is there a ball back here like this, not the game ball?
A ball?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I would have seen this.
Like, not a game ball. Can I use one of them? Can I use one of them?
I'm AB. That's this gentleman here. He's.
Can I use one of them?
Yeah, I did see one.
This is crazy.
Oh,
The live stream.
I saw
is
one
not
in the
a-
locker right
well,
over here. Like,
it didn't
three
get going
lockers
until 10
over.
minutes in. Like,
I don't think anybody uses them right here. Those wooden lockers.
Everything. I was literally, hey, how's it going? There's, Casey?
Yes.
Right here. Players here.
Yeah,
Sure.
and you're there.
Tornado, yeah.
And she did show me how to act hard.
High energy. High energy. We're still live, right? We haven't hit anything yet. Okay. I'm trying to click on the link here, and it's like just bringing me random stuff. I'm just trying to confirm that it's live.
It hasn't been working?
No. Yeah. No, I talked to Brian. I said, Brian, is it working now? Because yeah, got the audio and all that other stuff.
But I don't know who the hell's doing the clock, but
He's on something. This is my colleague Tony.
How
how you doing? Hi.
Nice to meet you. Jay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Done what we
Wait, did you get roped for this also?
Yeah. Last night over.
I'm his
beers.
neighbor.
Did you get roped in my fault?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fun. It's interesting.
Basically,
Yes, okay.
yeah, through Fort Wayne, but yeah.
I'm just worried that I kept
Click on the link again. Just gotta go to schedule. I just want to test it out as though I was just a person.
Yeah, just random.
No, and I don't have my. You have my phone.
He's got it all set.
See what happens. In progress. Let's play.
I think there was also confusion among us and the rest about which were fouls and which were just like restarts.
That happens on the Wi-Fi. Like there may be. Yeah, I can't like confirm what it's like.
Button restart.
When you called Brian and
I told Brian, he said,
Yeah.
well, he tested it out. So.
Okay.
It's so stressful right now.
Oh, I can imagine, yes. Yeah.
You guys in terms of like January?
Yeah. Our schedule should
Friendly
be.
in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we have a friendly on November 23rd against Indiana Tech, and then another one on December 6th against Huntington University. And then our schedule, just schedule should be out in August.
Ari, can you on the phone with you? Yeah. Can you show him where to go? This is Ari. She's very
It's just like.
Foul player is the player.
Maybe we would have you come. Maybe if you offer to come during a friendly, you could test it out. Yeah.
Talking with Tanner, the guy who's doing the play-by-play.
Yeah.
We're just like, this is sort of done before, so let's just do it. And then
Some of your things, Tanner, were really good.
You do a good job.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yes. Absolutely. Who was the one thing?
It's like a big.
I never know what I
I
say.
laughed
It's,
my ass off in the Olympics.
yeah, when you go. When I go back and listen, I'm like, oh, I said that. I never.
Well,
You
I'm
know.
live, right?
Not once. some of the things are
I literally didn't have rosters and for a while, and so I'm like, I only know names, and then when I see numbers, I'm like, that's not how rosters work. Rosters have names and numbers, and you put it all together with a face, and then I know it, and I see like a tiny sliver of somebody, and I know who it is. And I literally didn't have this for a while, so Mo had sent me pictures of the roster in like the quarter breaker or whatever. I'm like, okay, fine, from here I'll be okay. But I'm flipping through them on my phone. Like
sure
it's,
sound like you know them all.
now it seems a little bit, I'm settled in a little bit more. But I was frazzled, like we all were.
Man, I can't remember the number you said. It was really good.
Are you doing our games again this year too?
You bet. I should say, in all likelihood, there's
I'll get you.
when the schedule's actually set, then I'll tell you for sure.
Okay, okay.
But I think
Yeah,
it's
I
highly
know.
likely.
I think we'll know within a week, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping anyways.
Again, at the league level, we talked a lot all the time about like, oh, so how many teams are we gonna have? Because we can't set the schedule, set the schedule without knowing number of teams.
I think 7, which is great.
I think 7.
I'm happy
Yeah.
with 7.
Sure.
A few
Sure.
more every year.
I know. I'm with you.
I'll be.
If you're following the NCAA women's soccer tournament, just started yesterday and today. It's crazy.
I have no idea what's going on. I saw, gosh, I don't even know if I know anything about it. What I saw, Grace men's and women's are both in the tournament.
Little bit.
For NAIA, I guess not NCAA.
Yeah, I know.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Nationally, that crossover is
Yeah.
besides teams locally.
Yeah. It's
good. There's some really good matchups. I think Louisville and Kentucky were the 2 games this afternoon.
I'll throw a couple calls out there.
I think if I recall, well, look at you two.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, I mean, it takes two to drink. It's probably just black and water for you.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, there you go.
Should be, yeah. We're at halftime.
Yep. I
Do
can
we
hear
have
you.
our halftime banner up?
Go back.
We're at halftime. This banner's up, right?
Why?
It's just so slow.
I took it down for a second. I was prepping my fifth period and I realized I was on.
I would assume so. How old? I just turned 2.
This one should be muted too. Well, let's all mute all.
You want to go to
Right now?
Lane and Landon?
Hopefully that was not an issue either.
What?
I don't know which audio this was.
I haven't touched them.
No, I know.
Yeah. My side just when trying to manage looking at the camera, looking at Facebook Center page, like looking at officials to like see what they signaled, and just like watching the games and like now combining all those things. And then I literally didn't have copies of the game release until that came about a month ago. So I'm like, I don't have the numbers. I don't like I know faces and I like hearing them, but there's something just
I know.
Just let it go.
Just walk out the door. Just say, you know what, I gotta go.
Sorry, I can't do it. That's what Paul said. It's low stress back here. You guys both said the same thing. I believe Paul described it as a tornado.
Yeah, it feels just like, but like in a small space
Yeah.
with a lot of people.
So where are you back here?
I saw it there.
And then Casey's next to you.
Yeah,
And then
Casey's
Paul.
here. Yeah, Nico's there. I'm in the middle, and then Squirm's from other one's keeping score, and the other one's talking with them and like watching the play. Fouled on number 13 from Lansing, and then you have to put the time. And by that time, the game's already over.
There's already another foul.
Two shots in a row. I'm like, shot over. At this time, it's 2 seconds left. And then he's like, oh, I'm like,
Thanks for stopping over, man.
If you don't do it, need help with that? Like, would it help to have an extra set of eyes? Or is it,
I think we could use more people back there, actually.
you probably need a lot of people. If the players are not on the field, please step.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how we can do a better job at the clock. Like how you, because you can't see it. It's like, no, it's so hard.
They put a mirror. When are you going to take it down? The graphic. Just tell me when. Right now?
You tell us.
Oh, yeah, you tell me. Okay. Let's go, boy.
Coming out of the halftime break here from Classic City Center in Waterloo, Indiana, your Fort Wayne's newest squad, the Summit City Sentinels, will find themselves trailing at the half. It's 5-2, and their opponent today is the Lansing side, Red Cedar FC. They outshot Fort Wayne 14-6 in that first half, put 8 of those 14 on in the second period. And we are nearing kickoff. That whistle signals we are ready for play here for quarter number 2.
Huh? I'm not getting him.
Just taking a moment to check our audio levels. Where are we at? Oh, folks, we appreciate all of your patience here throughout opening weekend of Major League Indoor Soccer. We do have a final in our very first match of the season. Orlando's Atletico Pro with an 8-5 victory
As good as we're
over
getting.
Salt Lake City's Utah Uprising FC. We've just had our third match of the day kick off too. That's Chicago and Rockford. The Chicago Mustangs at home against the visiting Rockford Thunder. Jonathan Mendoza, that is the Summit City Sentinels keeper. And as we've been telling you, on the Lansing side, their keeper is Christopher Moran. As we play here for the third quarter, a 5-2 lead for Lansing coming out of the break. They've got a couple of scores from Aiden Bagley, one apiece from Gabriel Mireles on a PK. Cody Granville scored their very first, and Jacob Kunath adding a score of his own. On the Fort Wayne side, the mayor of Fort Wayne, they call him Todd Mazinko, scored their first. How fitting is that? Under that Summit City Sentinels moniker. And the second Summit City score was Roshan Guran.
No foul.
Miles Mitchell for the Sentinels goes back to the keeper Mendoza. They're walking up really oh so slowly to clear. Incredibly patient. Now they're going to let Mendoza do it himself.
Linda, Sean. Linda 5. A little tighter, Momo. Yes, Sean.
The keeper Mendoza is going to receive this thing right back. He should be oh so comfortable handling as he just continues to do. And has made good decisions so far, netted himself an assist on that first score.
Come on, Jack. Yes.
It's a little tie up along the boards there. There's no whistle. That is a play on. You didn't see a whole lot of that in the first half. We just expected most of the time that when a whistle came, that it was going to be called against these Sentinels. I believe we've got them unofficially with 8 fouls against them. You know it was more than 6 because they allowed that shootout score. That PK was netted by Morelis. No shots so far up here in the third quarter. And so that's got to probably be whistled, one would think, and it is. It's a dog piling, and that foul should go on Roland Gibson of Lansing. And now a big wholesale change. Sentinels going deep. I believe they had 4 on and 4 off. Free kick coming in just a moment. Roshan Gora scored the second goal. Will he look to shoot here? He blasts this, but this does not hit the net. That ball is still in play for just a moment more. Had to say something. We didn't actually hear a whistle to signal a restart there. Interesting. Mendoza off of his heel. And now that one we clearly heard. Again, I'm not certain that there was a restart on the last one that was just grabbed and played on by Gibson. Nonetheless, here we are. Third quarter, the Summit City Sentinels here in Fort Wayne. And Lansing's Red Cedar FC. 5-2 is still your score. Our home side trails.
Follow your man, Mo.
Hey, hold on, come in here.
Sentinels, lots of options. They'll cross one over here to 6th, Lane Snyder.
I already warned you before the game.
Mendoza surveys. Mendoza shoots! Save Mora, but he put it right on target.
Sean, when you get a chance, Sean.
Roll it.
Mendoza bowling this thing back out.
Follow your man, follow your man.
Lane Snyder pressures here. Can he take it away? Take a turn. Snyder decked. And you heard a couple on the Lansing side say that's all ball. Whistle that looks like it may have just topped the gate a little bit. Enough for the restart, and now big changes. I think we had the full line change there for Red Cedar FC. Mendoza, the keeper, chips this over to his left. Still has created more attacking chances than nearly anybody else. Restart, Mora, goal kick coming. He directs traffic first. Mora loading up through a line drive here. Lansing may have numbers. Loose, blocked. Ty Barnes looking to come out of the pack, wanted to thread one all the way up to Jimmy Destin. And it just didn't wind up all the way there. Bagley, dump off, late, Golasso! Granville again. And the first score for the second half. Lansing, 6-2. Smoothest, cleanest connection maybe ever since that first score at just 13 seconds in. That one was Granville too.
Come on, boys, let's go. Jump.
6-2. Time to defend the fort. These Summit City Sentinels, this is their largest deficit of the match so far. Bunch of slick handles. This is off to Murillo. Murillo sniped too high. As we mentioned, Alex Murillo, Sentinels captain, marked by that neon armband. Murillo makes a fantastic whirling dervish takeaway here. He's going to pin this on the wall, come up with possession. That's just outstanding individual effort. Gorung looking to slowly walk this up. Gorung up for Miles Mitchum. Mitchum was a staple in the lineup last season. Him and Mazzico, 10 games played apiece. Mendoza from way out of position. He stuffed it. Mendoza again to close it down. Great sequence for the home side keeper. And then it's usually not long before you see him start to venture up and get involved in the attack himself. Laid up real softly to the Lansing keeper, Christopher Mura.
5 starters for the second half.
Score sits here still at 6-2.
Know your guy, know your guy.
Ball bounding down deep into the corner. Murillo out to Gorung, looking to clear. Mitchum thought about it. He'll now look to break down the defender. Mitchum, push, foul. Gabi Moreles whistled here. And directly off the free kick, Murillo thought, I'll pull this up from here, why not? But somebody got a piece. There's a whistle down in the corner. That's right about where sometimes behind the camera we lose our visual. But it does appear to be
No,
restart.
I get nothing. I don't get
Down in the corner.
I don't know if your buddies.
And Fort Wayne possession. Black wants a timeout, it's what we keep hearing, and I think they're going to be awarded it before this restart comes. It should be exactly what we get. All right, so timeout called, 8 minutes, 7 seconds, third quarter. Lansing's Red Cedar FC has the only score of this third frame.
What do you got up there?
7.
Huh?
Clock stopped here, 8 minutes, 7 seconds, third quarter. And we now have scores rolling in from our Chicago Mustangs and Rockford Thunder match. That score currently 3-0 to the Mustangs. The home side there from Grand Sports Arena. Mustangs already have scores from Gabriel Jurado, Eduardo Nava, and Jurado again, all within the first 7 minutes and change of that one. Our very first match of the 2025-26 season has gone final. We told you about that coming out of the break. Orlando's Atletico Pro with an 8-5 victory over Utah Uprising FC out of Salt Lake City. 12 matches times 13 teams. That will get us all the way to Las Vegas. That's where your final is going to be on both the men's and women's side. Major League Indoor Soccer and Women's Major League Indoor Soccer. You won't want to miss it in that final weekend of March.
Huh?
She can hear it.
Oh, she can? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you did here.
Now, after the timeout came, it's likely that that was not the official media timeout. We were hearing that, in fact, the Sentinels elected to call that, but was not automatic. Again, they call that 8 minutes, 7 seconds, third quarter. We are ready for the restart. Down in the furthest left corner. The Fort Wayne side, led out here by Coach Sampech. We've been happy to not see a lot of the trainer Mason Lowenstein yet. However, a couple of players have gone down to see him, and we believe on the Lansing side that they did have one player depart the contest who's yet to return. So you can check on the status of that, maybe just ask around at the bench area if we're able to sort that out. But we do see Mason on the bench area with the gloves on. Often not a great sign. This is Mendoza. He's going to be stared down one-on-one. Great patience. He rejected the goal. Man, that's fantastic. Oh, Mendoza, that might be our favorite save so far. Mireles. Mireles, for all the world, looked as if he was going to net one. There's an opening, a shot, a score. And are the floodgates open here in Fort Wayne? That is 7 minutes exactly here of the third quarter, and it's an 8-2 lead, plus you get the media timeout coming.
What do you got, Paul?
7.
Huh? 7? How?
And during this timeout,
Well, I will say,
we'll
sometimes
take
when
a
I
moment,
hit
catch our breaths,
stop,
and then take
it doesn't
a
stop.
bow.
Yeah.
And the stats in this match so far and what they tell us. What our eyes have told us
Maybe try and maintain
has been simple enough. This is an inspired and utterly changed, a transformed Lansing squad. They are utterly competitive and utterly on fire.
This is a TV
On
timeout.
attack, remember, this was a squad last year that netted 4.4 goals a game. Forget all of that. Forget all of that entirely. It's a new look, and it's a new result on the scoreboard. An 0-12 regular season last year, and it can be forgotten on their bus ride home or whatever, however they should choose to transport themselves here.
Because the same weekend is the Final Four. So I got to be playing that one.
This was a Lansing side that scored a season high of 12 last year. That was in a loss
7-2.
versus the Omaha Kings.
7-2.
One of those member clubs of last season to depart Major League Indoor Soccer this year. There was a 19-12 loss in that one. There was always the potential there, and you make a couple of tweaks and you come out with utterly fresh legs as it's the beginning of your season, and well, the stars are all aligning. 7-2 is their lead. Mireles again. Mireles from Anthony Racinos. Lansing possession here, out of that media timeout, and that healthy 7-2 lead. The Fort Wayne side would need to get it turned around quick. Again, you've got to string the stops with the scores. Lane Snyder, a good feed shot, is stuffed, and then Moura flops on it. Moura right in the face of Mazzico.
Yes, Momo!
That's brilliant.
A brilliant ball, we heard it described from the bench. Laid up down that right board. Mendoza. once more, and they're getting quadrupled up right now. New Lansing for 2025-26. They've made their statement.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
This goal was scored at the 6:06 mark, so that's 54 additional seconds. That's all it took.
Not done yet. We're fucking done, boys.
8-2 is their lead. This is Kunath for his second of the match from Roland Gibson. Luis Pontes, a look off, crosses it over to his left. And now the Fort Wayne side got to turn up the heat big time. Shot smacked to nothingness. Pontes ready off the restart. It appeared. Yeah, he says, all right, give it to me. He holds up the hands. And he'll go backwards. That really signified that, of course, Mendoza was going to come up and get some touches himself. He's put one shot up on goal. He's joined a couple of other shots. One of those led to a rebound and an assist for him. Beautiful deep for Pontes. Pontes now loses it, and there's tons of numbers. It might be Mendoza all alone once more. Oh, and what a recovery defensively from Barnes. Ty Barnes came out of nowhere, probably all the way out of the camera frame for all of you, and pickpocketed that. Substitution, and it's in goal, at least for the Red Cedar side. Yuri Tukalevsky wearing the 00. He's going to enter now. Tukalevsky, your leader last season on this club in saves. Made 77 of those. Didn't qualify for those league leaderboards, as you've got to have 48% of your team's minutes played in goal to qualify. Missed out on that by a handful of minutes. And were we to remove all of those qualifiers, we could tell you that, okay, actually this Lansing side's best keeper in terms of save percentage was Josh Postuma last year, who made a single start and then saved 24 of 36 shots faced. You do the math there, and that's 667. Well, it would be a save number for him, but again, not a qualifier. We still play here from Classic City Center. It's Lansing's Red Cedar FC and Fort Wayne's Summit City Sentinels. It is now an 8-2 match, a healthy lead for the road club. If there were a time to turn it on for the gentleman wearing the black, it would be now. And if there were a time for Lansing to shut the door with but one, maybe two more scores, you could argue that would also be now. Mendoza, the keeper, probably going to become more and more aggressive with his venturing out. As this goes along, you've got to find it from somewhere. You've got to find attacks that turn into quality scoring chances, that turn into goals, and you got to get a lot of them. Ty Barnes. Barnes is going to lose this. This might turn into a shot. It's smacked away, Mendoza! On an absolute rocket from Larry Garcia. Wow. And there's a yellow card that's being held up here and presented. All right, we'll tell you all about the yellow card when we know the details. Timeout is what the Lansing side's calling. I mean, everybody on that Lansing side.
Right now, please. Right now. Right now.
And it was Lansing's prerogative to do so as they had possession. That's exactly what we get now, finally. All right, well, took a while to get that timeout call, but we've seen that a number of times this evening, nonetheless. Everybody smoothing out wrinkles here for the opening weekend of Major League Indoor Soccer. 4 minutes, 29 seconds, third quarter. Lansing's Red Cedar FC leading North Summit City Sentinels 8-2. The shots, that disparity continues to grow. It's 20 shots to 7. There's 6 more already put up on the Lansing side. Just a single shot up so far for the Summit City Sentinels in the third quarter.
I'm getting there.
The Sentinels' 2 scores both came in the second. Did not score in the first, have not scored yet here in the third, and Lansing just continues to chip away. You got 2, 3, and 3, their line score as it were, to borrow from baseball. 2 goals in the first, 3 more in the second, 3 here in the third. Their quickest gap between those goals was the 54 seconds between their last 2. At the 7-minute mark of the quarter, Gabi Morales from Anthony Racinos, and then at 6:06, Jacob Kunath from Roland Gibson. We'll come out of the timeout and have 4 minutes again and 29 seconds to play here for the third quarter. Our score reported currently from Chicago, where the Chicago Mustangs take on the Rockford Thunder. That is a 4-1 game at the start of the second. The Mustangs have not trailed there yet at home. Jorge Ochoa added their last score to make it a 4-1 advantage.
40 seconds into the second.
Now there's officials discussing some timing issues. I think we're talking about the timing of the yellow card, right? So it's 5 minutes worth of yellow card there, and they're saying so this is going to leak 31 seconds into the fourth quarter. I believe that's what we're hearing right now. And I think we've also heard that this is on Ty Barnes. So yeah, Barnes is going to be down right now. But again, this does not create a power play. Mendoza, watch that thing squirt by, and man, the floodgates might be open. And I think Mendoza's face when that thing went in, and the way he turns, just sort of shows how the evening has felt. Anthony Racinos, 9-2. 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Third quarter. Racinos from Mireles. Man, Mireles having himself a match already. Morales, a couple of scores, a couple of assists on 4 shots. His 4 points. That's a match high so far. You've also got a couple of goals plus an assist for Aiden Bagley, 2 scores for Cody Granville, 2 for Jacob Kunath. And we continue to tell you, okay, so this squad really struggled to score goals last year. I think you can toss all that out the window. I think you can shred all those stat sheets from last year. Unless you are yours truly, and, well, you need to know those numbers. But a clearly different on-field product. A clearly improved squad. It's a big collision, and it's going to follow up. Oh, I thought we were going to have a 5-and-5 substitution. I thought the whole fire sale was coming. Lansing's ready. They've got everybody piled up at the gate to do it. There's a blue card down, so this will be our very first power play of the match. We're told the blue card is for boarding.
30 seconds into the second, you're at 1:15. 1:15, you come out, okay? I'll let you. I'll tell you.
100% ref. I got you. Yeah.
And we're now finally told that Ty Barnes was given that yellow card for dissent. And again, this blue card comes for boarding. So remember, Barnes is still serving. However, that did not create a power play. Now we do have power play in effect for the very first time for the match here with the blue card.
Come on, Gabby, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Gabi Morales, oh so slowly, watches this. Lots of fun touches for him. tip, tap, and then he can explode at any time. Morelli's right over for Bagley. He'll get it back, centers it up, goes to his right this time. Morelli's running the show.
What you got, 30 seconds?
Thought about a pump fake for a moment. Mizuko defending from great distance.
And I got a blue and I leave a 115.
Bagley.
No, my
Where will they go to get this shot off with their power play? Mendoza's down. Mendoza was tied up, blistered. Morelli still high. Comes back out. Aiden Bagley. Ooh, there's a little hook on the leg. Murillo whistled there for a foul. That was a great interception. All about vision there for the Sentinels. Mizuko. The reserve keeper is coming up a little bit. It's something to think of. Yuri Tukalevsky. Again, the all blue kits on the Lansing side, and Mendoza in the pink with the white shorts. Jonathan Mendoza facing a tremendous shot volume against. And in danger of double-digit scores, Bagley. One more! Lansing Colosso. They net it with Recinos again. There is your double digits.
10-2.
Recinos from Bagley, 1 minute, 9 seconds to play in the third quarter. So that means that the power play is successful. Giovanni Lake, oh no, pardon us, that was just released. By about 6 seconds, Lake had come out. I don't know if he was even all the way out on the playing field yet. But it will be an even strength goal by just a handful of moments as Giovanni Lake was released. Where does the first Summit City answer come from? Murillo blasted. There's a rebound to be had, man, from the deck. They nearly figured out some sort of way to just miraculously throw it near the goal and have it wind up in sort of a scorpion kick. Whistle, foul. Foul on Fort Wayne. Clock winding down for the third quarter. We've got just 17 seconds or so.
No foul.
Ooh, there's a big collision. I had a feeling I was going to draw a foul on somebody, no matter who met up at the summit of that collision. No pun intended here. The apex, rather, if you prefer. But it is the Summit City here, Fort Wayne. Roshan Gurung called for the foul. Lansing doesn't have to put this up should they not choose to. There's about 5 seconds left in the quarter. See if they can resist or if they'll be able to. Again, that was really all the way up to that window out there. I'd love to see one, well, probably not hit that window because then you're talking about property damages and no thank you. Folks, did you all sign your waivers?
Yeah.
Let's head to the fourth quarter. The Summit City Sentinels find themselves trailing here 10-2. What a quarter it was for Lansing's Red Cedar FC. They put up a 5-0 goal advantage in that quarter. They shoot 8 times to just 1 for the home side. The total shots on goal are 22-7. And Lansing looks to hold on to an 8-goal lead heading to the fourth quarter in just mere moments. Tanner White with Major League Indoor Soccer. And the Summit City Sentinels trail heading into the fourth quarter against Lansing's Red Cedar FC. do not go gently into that good night. That's what we're urging our home side, and the Summit City Sentinels trail here 10-2. We await the fourth quarter start with Lansing's Red Cedar FC holding a healthy lead here. We'll check in on our one other active match here for the day. And the Rockford Thunder and Chicago Mustangs match. That game is being played in Grand Sports Arena in Chicago. That is a 4-2 score now at 9:36 of the second quarter. Martin Murillo scored at the 14-12 mark, just 48 seconds into the second quarter to begin to trim that Mustangs deficit. But Chicago has led all the way in that one so far. Rockford's head coach Tony Benitez leading his squad out in their MLIS debut match. And on the Mustangs side, led by Armando Gamboa, Ricardo Arroyo, Ernesto Correa. We want to welcome you back just one more time in case you've forgotten, in case your YouTube algorithm just recommended it to you, you're not sure how you got here, you've entered some sort of fugue state, dissociated. Well, we hope not. But anyway, no matter how you got here, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. This is Classic City Center in Waterloo, Indiana, just outside of Fort Wayne. You've chosen a fantastic evening to join us, and the home team, the Summit City Sentinels, will trail as we begin this fourth quarter, 10-2, against Red Cedar FC of Lansing. From 7 p.m. when this thing kicked off until, well, we've got 8:41 p.m. local time Eastern here in Fort Wayne. It has been just about owned by the roadside. Let's play the fourth quarter. Whether you like it or not, I'm told we don't have a choice. Sentinels, got to get a whole lot in not a lot of time. You've got to trim it to something that feels more manageable. Whether that be 3 goals, 4, no matter what that number exactly is that you decide is manageable, that will decide how you manage your changing of lines, how you manage perhaps your goalkeeper changes. Oh, Lane Snyder nearly could have put this in. Man, what a rejection on Cage. Oh, there was so much opportunity in those couple possessions. Usyk, and now out for the Sentinels score. All right, it starts there. It starts now.
Good job, Eddie. Let's go.
Still sorting out our goal scorer. We'll tell you in just a moment. But what we do know, that scoreboard starts to look just a hair less daunting. Each and every one of those will make it feel a little bit more that way. .10-3 is now your score. Eddie Usyk from Lane Snyder. Eddie Usak's first score here in the Sentinel Blacks. And Lane Snyder with the assist. 46 seconds into this fourth quarter. That's Summit's score. Now you want to talk about a direct free kick. This is the definition of it. Keeper Mendoza asked to hold up. This is blasted, another reset. Same spot. Instant replay. Don't blink or you'll miss it. There, Garcia. Golazo! That's Jacob Kunath. Oh, so he's showing the 3 fingers. Oh, man, we get it now. That's the hat trick for Kunath. 11-3. Big number. What did we tell you about this Lansing side last year? Their best goal output in a match was 12. Mathematically speaking, boy, a great chance to go over that in the next couple of minutes. Massive for that franchise. Doink off a wall, a two-man run there was shut down. We say Augustin was the one playing the wall ball. Barnes is back on. Again, he served the entire 5 minutes of that yellow card. But we were told that, in fact, that goal scored after Giovanni Clark had been released from the blue card was even strength. He had just maybe not gotten all the way out there yet. So, 0 for 1 on the power play combined between everybody. We've had just a single power play so far, as well as one PK shootout scored by Gabby Morales, 7:22 second quarter. Tukalevsky, the reserve keeper, is in. Has really yet to be tested. There was a single Fort Wayne shot put up in that third quarter. And then almost immediately in the fourth, that all flips, and then 46 seconds in, they score. It's all well and good, but you give up the goal right back to answer, and then it kind of goes a little bit flat again, and Lansing can take the air out of this ball as much as they choose. This is blasted Mendoza. Did he take it off the face? Wow. Jonathan Mendoza. Tremendous. Even as he continues to face fire. That should be 23. Make it now 24 shots on goal against. Barnes wanted a clean feed in from Murillo. Nearly got it all the way there. Lansing pops out of the pile. Kunath, he's got himself a hat trick. He's the first in the match to get one. Entirely possible he's not the last. Giovanni Lake threaded that pass through the eye of a needle. Ooh, a big tackle. Do we see the blue card? Yes, we do. Second power play for the match coming up. Reckless challenge, we're told. We'd agree with that assessment. So, the first Sentinels power play to come for the 2025-26 season.
I don't know what you mean, kicked one away.
You gotta stay right here.
Yeah, just sit down right there. Can I stand or do I have to sit? Yes, we're good.
Sawyer Dalvin was the one assessed that blue card. Finally offered a restart. You've got a penny here on a Fort Wayne player. That's Gorung. A cool look for him. Tukalevsky laid out, smacked it away with the full extension. Yuri Tukalevsky came on for Christopher Mura. Tukalevsky, your leader in the clubhouse last year in saves, with 77 for this squad. Easily teed up, put down, scored. Murillo, Dinero. 11-4. It helps. And it's a power play score on the very first chance they get for the 2025-26 season. We understand now. We get it. It was a 6 attackers look, we're told, and that's why one of those attackers, Gurung, had to don the penny. All right, we get it now. Folks, quick moving game. You got to keep your head on the swivel at all times, no matter where you're seated, no matter if you're at home watching the broadcast, no matter if you're coaching, a spectator, us back here behind the camera. As if Mendoza hadn't been involved enough in the attack himself, you say, yeah, well, we'll just make it official and go truly with the fullest of presses and 6 attackers, and the empty net will be what it'll be. Murillo's score is credited unassisted, 10:39, fourth quarter.
Move on, move. Yes, time. Go on. Jimmy, move. Jimmy, move. Yep. Yes,
Lane Snyder carries this up. We're just noticing the big black knee brace on the right. Sometimes players will elect to wear those for pure comfort. Sometimes there's something of a mental barrier if you don't have it. Even if it's not necessarily from an old injury, sometimes it's pure support. There's tons and tons of things it can be for. Lots of room here. Little wide of Tukolevsky. The turn there taken. And Summit coming up empty with some more open looks.
Yes, Jimmy, open. Yes, Jimmy. Good ball, Jimmy.
Gurung wanted to go lefty. He chips this up. Oh, on the doorstep. They couldn't put it home at first. Destined shot. Save. Tukolevsky. Mendoza trying to get big in that goal frame. Close it down. Knows he's got to keep it exactly where it is here. And then you'd still have to do something dramatic on attack in order to claw all the way back in. Gurung drops it off. Back for Destin. Jimmy Destin back to the keeper, Jonathan Mendoza. What else is new? Fancy feet. Gurung.
Looks like 7-14 Georgia.
Mendoza lining it up.
Yeah, because the horn. I think it's 7-14.
Gurung mugged. He's going to have to nearly retreat, and in fact did retreat beyond the center line. Giovanni Lake. Lake had a bit of a hand around his waist. No whistle. Again, when the whistles have been blown, much of the time they've been against the Fort Wayne side. Statistically speaking, even.
Young guys, start to get ready. Never see a chance.
I believe we've got one more reserve keeper who's warming up and ready to take entrance on the Red Cedar side.
Never see a chance to come on. Don't look for a good ball. Don't look for a good ball. You know what I mean?
Mizuko crossing over for Alon Galindo. Galindo gives it up along the right side. Lake. Lake, Mitchum, Gurung. Nobody quite headed forward yet. Lots of retreating, not so much attacking. Lake, beauty of a feed. Maybe wanted the back heel. Would have been nasty from Pontes. Couldn't get it up. Whole bunch of juggles. Who will finally come away with control? It is the Sentinels, Pontes. Pontes for Gurung. Now Gurung will call out a few signals. Time's going to start to feel shorter and shorter, even as the connections are tightening up on this Sentinel side. Lake wants to do it himself. He's going to have to give it up. Gurung looking to back down Bagley. Gurung, righty, save, Tukolevsky. Gurung pickpocket. He's doubled on ball. Gurung wants to go back nearly to his left. Couldn't get it off. Mitchum retains possession. Mitchum, little high and to the right. Will Miles Mitchum get another try? Has not yet. Lake. A number of Lansing players were wanting Lake to be called for a handball. There's no luck. And then the shot was taken wide by Mitchum.
Boys, you got control of the game.
Sentinels do still control here. Rodrigo to Castro. Castro's posted up. Boy, he had lots of room to think back post. Didn't put up the shot yet. Rodrigo de Castro was in the starting lineup. That lineup went Mendoza, Murillo, de Castro. Here it goes to the back of the net. Boy, we wanted to tell you more about it, and as we were so rudely interrupted by the score, didn't get the chance. But it's a Summit City score. This will be the media timeout. We'll take the briefest of pauses and be back with you out of this timeout.
4:25?
11:05. 4 minutes, 25
Well,
seconds to play.
sometimes it doesn't stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there might be time to get a different. Yeah. But anyway, that's fine. That's what it is.
How many times do you feel like
We're not getting paid. It's okay. Yeah, 11-5. I'm not the official score. 11-5 is what I got. Yeah, that's one thing I never know is if someone's coming out, if there's a power play.
Yeah. Next week.
Yuri Tukolevsky will depart. Spelled the starting keeper Christopher Moura gave fantastic effort. It appears Moura is reappearing. At the sake of redundancy, Luis Pontes had the score from Ty Barnes. That's 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Fourth quarter, 11-5, Lansing leads. The home team, the Fort Wayne side, has got to make a lot happen now in much less time. They're already a little short, and now that problem's really staring you in the face. You're continuing to hear that all-crucial tick, tick, tick. A couple of beautiful handles from De Castro, but then puts it off a wall, and there's nobody there. And with the 6 attackers, you just might lead to an empty net score. Yes, it does. You saw that happening the moment the ball crossed the center line. You thought, that looks like trouble. Sawyer Dalvin, Nets 1, make it 12-5. Off the restart, your score now 12-5. A Sawyer from a Sean. Try and say that 3 times fast. Sawyer Dakin from Sean Clark. Man, now because you've still got the 6th attacker, who now just has to post up in goal and play goalkeeper, essentially a dress up, there might be more opportunities for Lansing to continue to do this. And Coach Mubarak Adam, we heard him say, hey, so we're pretty confident that we can get 3 more scores. He says, that's what I want. I need 3 more scores.
No, I've never done it before, to be honest with you.
Same thing.
Oh, really?
Go to the ball!
Sentinels look like they're going to be going empty net the rest of the way. There's a shove here. Let's see, does this warrant a card? We doubt it. It will not. Murillo will take this free kick, however.
Hey, Jimmy, get up here, get up here. Get up, hey, 10, yes.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Murillo's got a goal and an assist so far. See if he'll take the free kick, or will it be Gurung perhaps? It's just tapped to Maziko, back for Gurung. Shot blocked. Gurung calling for a handball. He didn't get there. Whistle, foul. Or pardon us, was that a reset? I thought it may have. Well, let's sort this all out because all of our officials are looking at each other and asking all the same questions.
Second line, let's go. Let's go, guys.
Okay, full line change is going to be coming. We do know that much. Oh, okay, so we've got the fouls that have piled up. Pardon us. This is going to be that 6 fouls for the half rule. It's going to bring out the shootout. And now you're going to see Gurung tossing the penny that he had been donning as that 6th attacker, and now he's going to get his best run up against Christopher Mura. Mura's numbers so far, 5 saves, just the 2 goals allowed. Gurung, plenty of patience. Stopped, popped, lefty, scored! Infinite patience and that one perfect punctual moment. So you might have thought this game scored a little bit, or started a little bit slow, that is, on the scoreboard. Well, now it's 12-6.
Huh?
So
second off.
Lansing has equaled their top goal scoring output of all last season. All 12 matches out in their very first one already got a dozen piece. On the Fort Wayne side, this is better than their goal average from last year, but they're going to be thinking, man, some of those same issues plagued us here. We've got to have a whole bunch of attacking options that we like. Got to connect a little more crisp on some passes. And then we've got open looks. We've got to put them in the back of the net. It can be that simple. They take a turn here, and it's just a little bit wide. It can be that simple, but it is so often not so. Eddie Usick tried to take the turn on that last. Another real direct free kick comes. Will it once more be Murillo? Mazzico is there awaiting. Mazzico, dead legs, and right back out. And Mendoza, the keeper, has returned. Bagley is drawing a bunch of attention. Man, he was, doubled, maybe tripled on ball. Usyk, Gurung, Mazzico, make your best guess. They throw this across the goal mouth. Your best guess, that is, for the next Fort Wayne score. Mendoza does retreat. That's way over everything. One of those that people may watch the film back and get a little bit loudmouthed in their assessment of the play and thinking, this looks like quite an open look there, and they might get on Knath a little bit. It's tough to fault the man too much. He does have a hat trick in the match. 1 minute to play. That's what we're hearing over that PA speaker. 1 minute. It appears for all the world that Lansing's Red Cedar FC will have a win here on opening weekend in Major League Indoor Soccer. The transition over to YouTube. The addition and subtraction of teams, but overall, tremendous expansion of the league in a short amount of time. The increased parity, the increased competition, it's all so fantastic to see, and we thank you all for being with us. You have a Lansing player down who took a while to get to the turf there, but was clearly heading that way for a few moments, and you wonder if this may bring out the trainer, Mason Lowenstein. There he comes. You see him dart through the camera frame. Injured Lansing party. Looks like Gabi Morales. Well, it's an inopportune time. As if there were ever a good time to lose a piece like Morales, but I think he said it just tightened up whatever he was talking about. Something in the lower body caused him to take a seat. And we'll play on into the final 10 seconds. Make it 5, 4, 3, and this should take us home. One final touch, and the horn. Lansing's Red Cedar FC drops a dozen in their season opener against the Summit City Sentinels here of Fort Wayne. From Classic City Center, maybe not the match that we thought that we were going to get, because just looking at the numbers from last year, you would have said, man, are they going to score a whole lot of goals? Are they going to score 18 plus combined? And that the answer was undoubtedly yes. Let's take a look back at how we got here. Final score, 12-6. It was 28 shots put up on the Lansing side total. That is 12 more. It's a big advantage for them. It's not quite twice, but that is largely because of the increased production on attack for Fort Wayne in the fourth quarter. 9 of their 16 shots on goal came in this fourth frame. Lansing scores twice in the second, 4 times in the fourth quarter, and pardon us, Fort Wayne scored twice in the second and 4 times in the fourth quarter. And there were times in this fourth quarter we said, man, these are exactly the connections that this side is looking for. This is exactly why this team can get back to kind of the position that they were at the end of last year and even find themselves into that postseason picture. Not quite enough of them throughout sort of the middles of the match and, as it were, really the first and third quarters. A 1-0 record to start. That is the most important number of all for the Red Cedar side, but a couple of other numbers that they're certainly going to like from this one is that 12-6 score, equaling their highest goal output from last year. Gabby Morales with 2 goals and 2 assists. Aiden Bagley, 2 goals and 2 assists of his own. And Jacob Kunath with a hat trick. To our knowledge, the first one so far here for the 2025-26 season. Fort Wayne gets goals from Roshan Gurung with 2 of them. Todd Mazicko, their very first under the Summit City Sentinels moniker. Luis Pontes, Eddie Usac, Alex Murillo, a goal apiece, and Rodrigo de Castro, a couple of assists. Jonathan Mendoza, 13 saves in goal on a .565 percentage. And the Lansing keepers, Christopher Mora as well as Yuri Tukalevsky, combining for 10 saves on 6 goals allowed. And that is your final score. Any other questions, folks? Well, we hope not, but hopefully you have left some in the chat for us. And thanks so much for joining us over here on YouTube with Major League Indoor Soccer. Make sure to go on and check out that Chicago and Rockford match. That game is still in action in the third quarter. The Chicago Mustangs with the 5-2 lead there at Grand Sports Arena versus the Rockford Thunder. Opening weekend will continue tomorrow. Orlando's Atletico Pro and Salt Lake City's Utah Uprising FC. That game will kick off at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. That's Sunday, November 16th. For today, from Classic City Center, just outside of Fort Wayne, Indiana, we want to say thanks so much for joining us. The Summit City Sentinels will fall in the opener for 2025-26 season to Lansing's Red Cedar FC, and your final score, 12-6. Tanner White with Major League Indoor Soccer. Thanks so much for joining us.